Asking, do you have any tips for newer authors? Well, yes. I would say be careful what advice you take, because as we were talking about some of the older authors, there's people who sometimes feel cheated by time, and so they will give you advice based on the experience they've had before, and some of it doesn't apply as much, and some of it's slanted by the fact that they don't like the newer platforms. So while you should seek advice from older authors, especially on things like style and how to create a story and stuff like that, I would also seek guidance from newer authors who are achieving some things, because they're probably aware of outlets that some of the older folks like myself aren't aware of. I try a little harder to keep my pulse on things. But just the idea of a story, some of the similar advice that would work on Twitch and other platforms like that, content is king. So the best thing you can do is to write the best stories you can. So anything else that you're engaged with, like figuring out where to publish your work, figuring out how to promote and all those things, all of that stuff needs to follow writing the best story you can. Reading a lot is good too, because you get an idea about how sentences come together and what types of stories catch your interest. And it doesn't necessarily mean you have to copy those, but you can learn from them and make your own storytelling work out for you. So read the type of books that you want to write, but then also read books that are in different areas than your area of writing, and that'll expand your toolbox a little. And then it's one of those skills that only gets better by doing it. So writing stories until you're finished is good. I know a lot of newer authors get caught in this trap of getting about halfway or 2/3 of the way done and then don't quite know how to finish off the story, and they just stop and start something new. So finishing a story is better than getting it perfect, and then you can learn to edit it as you go. So just the act of reading and writing is the best way to start. Then you get into the idea of publishing and figuring out where the markets are that you can submit your work, and taking those early rejections, and especially the ones that they offer some feedback on why they didn't take your work. Learning to do that without taking it personally, without getting discouraged, is good, and it kind of teaches you what you need to do with your stories to make them the kind of stories people want to publish, and then you just kind of build your way up from there, I think.